But why?
No, Moina, don't!
Why shouldn't I?
It's not a grass snake or a rat snake. It's a cobra.
Why shouldn't I catch a cobra?
Why should you?
We eat snakes, you know. The head you chop off, the skin you sell, the meat you cook.
Yes, but don't do it this time.
I will.
No, child.
But why?
I dragged Moina back to the Samiti office where I worked. Her mother, Kiri, was there, weaving a basket. The Samiti was a place where people could come to learn to read and write or simply sing and dance together. Come and rest for a little while.
Why?
Aren't you tired?
Who will bring the Babu's goats home and collect firewood and fetch water and lay traps for the birds?
Moina, don't forget to thank the Babu for the rice he sent us.
Why should I? Don't I sweep the cowshed and do 1,000 jobs for him? Does he ever thank me? Why should I?
Never seen a child like this. All she keeps saying is why. No wonder the postmaster calls her the why girl.
I like her.
But she's very obstinate. Just won't give in.
Moina was a Shabbar. The Shabbars were a poor tribal group and they owned no land. But nobody complained. Only Moina's questions went on and on.
Why do I have to walk so far to the river to fetch water? Why do we live in a leaf hut? Why can't we eat rice twice a day?
Moina tended the goats of the village landlords or babus, but she was neither humble nor grateful. She did her work and came home in the evening.
Why should I eat their leftovers? I will cook a delicious meal with green leaves and rice and crabs and chili powder and eat with my family.
That October, I stayed in the village for a month. One morning, Moina declared that she would move in with me.
No.
Why not? It's a big hut. How much space does one old woman need?
Moina said, referring to me, of course.
What about going to work?
I'll go, but I'll come here after work.
And she came, with one change of clothes and a baby mongoose.
It eats very little and chases away the bad snakes. The good snakes I catch and give to mother. She makes lovely snake curry. I'll bring some for you.
Samiti teacher Malati said to me, "She'll exhaust you with her whys." What a time I had with Moina.
Why do I have to graze the Babu's goats? Their boys can do it. Why can't fish speak? Why do stars look so small if many of them are bigger than the sun?
One night, she asked me,
Why do you read books before you go to sleep?
"Because books have the answers to your whys," I replied. And for once, Moina was silent. She tidied the room, watered the flowering tree, and fed fish to the mongoose. Then she came up to me and said,
I will learn to read and find the answers to my questions.
When Moina grazed the goats, she told the other children all that she had learned from me.
Many stars are bigger than the sun, but they live far away, so they look small. The sun is nearer, so it looks bigger. The fish do not speak like us. They have a fish language, which is silent. The earth is round. Did you know that?
When I returned to the village a year later, the first thing I heard was Moina's voice.
Why is the school closed?
She challenged Malati as she entered the Samiti school, dragging along a bleating goat.
What do you mean, why?
Why shouldn't I study too?
Who's stopping you?
But there's no class.
School is over for the day.
Why?
Because, Moina, I take class from 9 to 11 in the morning.
Why can't you change the hours? I have to graze the goats in the morning. I can come only after 11. If you don't teach me, how will I learn? I will tell the old lady
Me?
that none of us, goat herds and cow herds, can come if the hours are not changed.
I went to Moina's house in the evening. Nestling close to the kitchen fire, Moina was telling her little sister and elder brother.
You cut one tree and plant another 2. You wash your hands before you eat. Do you know why? You'll get stomach pain if you don't. You know nothing. Do you know why? Because you don't attend classes at the Samiti.
Who do you think was the first girl to be admitted to the village primary school? Moina. Moina is 18 now. She teaches at the Samiti. If you pass by, you are sure to hear her impatient, demanding voice.
Don't be lazy. Ask me questions. Ask me why mosquitoes should be destroyed. Why the pole star is always in the north sky.
And the other children too are learning to ask why. Moina doesn't know I'm writing her story. If she did, she'd say, "Writing about me? Why?"